Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School had a plan and security measures in place in case of an active shooter situation.
We could not have been more prepared for this situation, which is what makes it so frustrating.
Wednesday, a gunman entered the school and started shooting, killing 17 people. Teacher Melissa Falkowski said they did everything they were supposed to do, and she said their training saved lives.
Well, another BSO deputy who responded to the massacre at Stoneman Douglas High School has been stripped of his badge. Joshua Stambaugh is accused of neglect of duty and not meeting BSO standards. According to the MSD Commission's investigation, Stambaugh's body camera recorded the sounds of five final gunshots at the school, but instead of running towards the gunfire, he stayed by his vehicle and didn't try to find out where the shots were coming from.
Completely and totally disgusted.
Shock and anger after this stunning admission from the Sheriff's Department yesterday.
What I saw was a deputy arrive at the west side of Building 12, take up a position, and he never went in.
Happening today, teachers at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School are expected to protest the latest fallout from the deadly school shooting.
4 staff members, including 3 assistant principals, have been removed from their positions. CBS 4's Carly Barnett is following the story for us. She joins us live from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland with the details. Carly, good morning.
Maribel, Lauren, good morning. That's right. 4 school officials are on administrative duty this morning. That includes 3 assistant principals and a security specialist. And they were reassigned after the Broward School District received information from the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas Public Safety Commission. Now, a member of the commission whose daughter was killed in that shooting says this is a good step in the right direction, but some teachers disagree.
The massacre in Parkland will go down as one of the most preventable school shootings in American history. In 2019, I will not change my calls for Sheriff Scott Israel to step down. His leadership failures and failure to see his failures means each day he remains at his post, his deputies and his community are put in greater danger. There is another man, though, who also needs to step down. School Superintendent Robert Runcie. He, too, finds himself under pressure to resign as Parkland father Andrew Pollock, a man who lost his daughter in the shooting, calls for Runcie's ouster too. Like Israel, Runcie's district administrators and faculty also missed far too many warning signs.
Today, I have issued an executive order suspending Scott Israel.
The new governor taking swift action on day 4 in office.
This is a new day. It's a chance to take a step forward.
Broward sheriff ousted and already fighting back.
There was no wrongdoing on my part.
Tonight, the replacement.
I'm here to serve.
The reaction.
Our community and our kids will be much safer now that Sheriff Israel is out of office.
And the future.
There's a new sheriff in town.
As the Broward sheriff is suspended.
And I'm staring at him thinking, why is the police here? This is strange, because he's in full metal garb, helmet, face mask, bulletproof armor, shooting this rifle that I've never seen before.
It was foggy with smoke, but I kept my eye on the shooter. He had on a helmet, a gas mask, and what I thought was a bulletproof vest, which held ammunition. All I know is that he looked like a man with a very menacing weapon in his hand. I remember thinking, is this real? What is going on here? Why is this man shooting at us?
And then all of a sudden I see the shooter emerge from the stairwell. And I just remember looking at him and just looking at this figure that is just so menacing. And then all of a sudden I see the shooter emerge from the stairwell. And I just remember looking at him and just looking at this figure that is just so menacing, so menacing, so menacing.
When I got to the door at the top of the stairwell, there's 2 doors. The closest door, I put my foot there to stop it from opening, hoping to buy my kids some time. As I was leaving, after my kids made it down at least 2 flights of stairs where I couldn't see them anymore, there's a girl on the ground. I shook her. Said, hey, tried to get her attention, no response. Reached for trying to find a pulse of some sort, nothing. A 19-year-old young man with trouble. I didn't know that at the time because he had a mask on, so I didn't know who it was.
They are monitoring the subject right now. He went from the 3rd floor to the 2nd floor. 3rd to the 2nd floor. He may have a gas mask on now. Stand by for further. They're monitoring him on camera.
I'm with one of the parents right now outside here. He's saying that he's getting tested from his child. He says, help me. They're fighting with him right now. He just doesn't know what room. He thinks something about a freshman room.
Make sure the strength is 50%, that's fine. Very slowly just nudge it, and as you can see, kaboom!
The superintendent also announced that 2 Stoneman Douglas school monitors have lost their jobs. Andrew Medina and David Taylor were also coaches at MSD. The 2 were accused of doing nothing to stop the gunman the day of the massacre.
Here to pick somebody up and I was stopped. I got here as school let out around 2:05 and I noticed local law enforcement speeding by. I stopped under the bridge here. School let out around 2:05 and I noticed local law enforcement speeding by. School let out around 2:05 and I noticed local law enforcement speeding by.